I am pleased to acknowledge we have sponsors Saffron Road and Muslim Ad Network. Muslim Ad Network was one of our participants last year in the Entrepreneurship Showcase, and we are very grateful for their sponsorship. We will see Adnan Durrani again later when he's going to lead that spectacular session today. And now, AMCC gives a multicultural award every year to a company which promotes diversity and multiculturalism and is inclusive to all minorities in America. Based on the work of the American Muslim consumer market and the 2010 research report by Ogilvy Mather, A Little Empathy Goes a Long Way, How Brands Can Engage the American Muslim Consumer, the 2011 Multicultural Award is given to Ogilvy and Mather, one of the world's leading marketing and advertising agencies.
Ogilvy Noor is a global consulting practice which looks at the role of Muslim consumers in our work. It's something that we've been working on now in other parts of the world where there are majority Islamic populations for something like the last 2 years. It represents our commitment to the very large number of Muslim staff we have in our agency around the world and the important business that our clients do in Muslim markets. But here in the United States, there also is a substantial Muslim market. There are something like 7 to 8 million Muslim consumers in this country. They represent a rich potential for our clients, and they're a very fast-growing target audience. I'd like to remind you that something like 25 years ago, the Hispanic community in the US would have been about the same size.
So Ogilvy Noor has, in the last year, really established its reputation as a thought leader in the field of Muslim consumer learning. And in the last year, what has now come to be known as the Arab Spring really brought to the world's focus this group of young Muslims that we've been focusing on for a while. We would never have been able to predict it, but we did see signs in the research that we had done in 2010 that led us to believe that this group of young Muslims were indeed going to be the group that are going to shape the future of the world.
By developing this practice and by treating the Muslim market as separate, are we not in danger of increasing the divide which people see so much in the modern world between Muslims and non-Muslims? Okay? And I think it's an important question to answer. Our view is very, very strongly that it's intending to do exactly the opposite. That many of the problems between Muslims and non-Muslims are caused from ignorance, from a lack of knowledge about each other and a lack of knowledge inside the communities about themselves.
And what we've tried to do as much as possible is not just provide guidelines as to what you shouldn't do, which is, people are usually paralyzed by fear when you mention the word Islam and communication. But in fact, yes, what you shouldn't do, how not to offend, but more importantly, what you should do, how to inspire them, how to connect, how to engage. Our list of do's are always longer than our list of don'ts.
We've set up our blog where we talk about things to do with the news, and we also talk about big picture events that are happening in the Muslim community. Our Twitter feed is building. We're tweeting regularly, multiple times every day, looking at what's happening in the world of Muslim consumers.
Globally, what we can witness is an increasing interest of all our multinational clients in the Muslim consumer. It's difficult to quantify exactly, but for instance, the market in halal products is probably something around $500 billion in total in the US and something like $2.1 trillion globally. Thank you for coming today.
The award will be received by the real Nazia Hussain Dubois, Director of Global Cultural Strategy, Ogilvy and Mather Worldwide. Nazia joined Ogilvy and Mather to set up the company's offer in cultural strategy in 2008. She is also the co-founder of Ogilvy Noor, Ogilvy's innovative Muslim marketing practice. Nazia's focus is on unpacking the cultural context that inform people's behavior as consumers the world over. Being of Muslim roots with a childhood spanning Saudi Arabia and Bangladesh, in 2010, Nazia found herself perfectly poised to set up Ogilvy Noor, a practice that helps brands effectively engage with young Muslim consumers globally. She is also the lead author of the award-winning Ogilvy Noor study, Brands, Islam, and the New Muslim Consumer. Please welcome Nazia Hussain Dubois. I would request Sabia Ansari, the AMCC, event director, to come and present the award. Please welcome Nazia Hussain du Bois.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much to the organizers and to the attendees of this year's AMCC. We're very happy to be here. This award recognizes our work on American Muslims and their needs, which we've been talking about today. It also recognizes how companies and organizations can develop their own communications to deliver much more empathetically to those needs. What it recognizes is something actually wider than just Islamic marketing. It recognizes the birth of a new field of learning, almost a new field of social studies. And I think of this we should be very proud collectively. From all of us at Ogilvy Noor, thank you, a heartfelt thank you for this award. Last year, we spoke to you about empathy. We spoke to you about how American Muslims just want to be understood. They want to be respected. They want to have products tailored to them. They want to have marketing that bravely embraces them. We publicized a guide, which was all about how American companies can do more of this sort of thing. And this was all great. In the past 12 months, we've spent a lot of time looking at what's been going on across the Muslim world. And it's been a busy 12 months. We've spent time looking at the Arab Spring and what leadership means to young people today. But we've also been keeping an eye on what's been happening here. In particular, whether the things that we had recommended last year, the empathy, the understanding, and so on, whether they were being slowly taken on board, and whether companies were slowly starting to recognize the importance of this incredibly large and significant consumer community. We've seen some small, encouraging signs, but to be honest, not enough. And I'm sad to say that the large-scale uptake of marketing that's Muslim-friendly amongst global organizations, really big global clients, the kinds of clients that we as Ogilvy and Mather work for day in, day out, is yet to happen. Last year, we said we needed empathy. This year, I think what we need is courage. We need companies and organizations to have the courage to step up, to listen to our needs, and to change, to have the courage and the confidence to deal with the backlash that may occur, that we've heard about today, to open their hearts, to broaden their vision, and to include this very significant and important community into the rich American tapestry. I believe that one day, not far off in the future, we will see a very holistic, empathetic marketing effort to Muslims in the manner of the great Hispanic community work that was shared by Best Buy earlier. We at Ogilvy Noor will continue ourselves to persevere towards achieving this vision. We want to make sure that the efforts are so strong that they will be welcomed by the general market at large. And it is my sincere hope that at next year's AMCC, we will all be celebrating a few more examples of this kind of work. So thank you very much again.